Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's take another look here at Celestia. It's actually been a little while since we last looked at this here, so what I'm going to plan to do is pull out some fib levels and just make sure that we are kind of staying in alignment with the macro trend. Okay, we're also going to extend out our trend lines here. Essentially, we can kind of see a pretty obvious level there that we kind of want to pay close attention to. So once more, I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Looks a little something like this, where it'll probably be a little bit more organized than what I show you on the charts right now, because I want to get to the important stuff for the moment without spending the whole time trying to clean up the charts. But regardless of that fact, let's take a quick look at some backend data first, and we'll work our way down, kind of see what's going on. I do want to say thank you. This is a request here from Costas. Thank you, Costas. I really appreciate you too, by the way. I've been really good with interaction with the community and just asking really good questions, and I appreciate the positive feedback and encouragement too. Thank you so much. Quick little congrats to our community here as well. Just got to celebrate where celebrations due. AVAX short 58%, Dogecoin 22%. Even though we adjust our take profit targets on those coins, we still took some decent profits over the last couple of days here. Same thing with the Bitcoin long from 67.3 to 68.8. Okay, cool stuff. Anyways, thank you again for the phenomenal feedback from everyone, and appreciate the support. Do not forget to hit the like button, comment below. Let's go ahead and pull up the liquidation levels here and kind of see what's going on. This is for the last 7 days on the left, and then on the right-hand side, we've got, 30 days on the right. Okay, so let's quickly look at the liquidation. So on the left-hand side, Celestia, we got tremendous amount of liquidation to the downside here. If you're not familiar with that, that generally acts as a magnet. In most cases, majority, if not all, liquidation levels can be swept, especially on a downtrend like this. So while I want to say that we're tentatively bullish on Celestia, I want to say that, I don't actually know yet. The likelihood of the price going lower is higher based on this incentive, so to speak. Again, a lot of longs in jeopardy here, so to speak, late longs that are that have liquidation levels between 450 and 5. Keep in mind, these are not long positions that are open there. Those are where they're going to be closed. All right. So taking a look here on the right. Same scenario here, just a little bit more concentrated. These levels are pretty heavy. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 billion in liquidation between now and about 4:30. Okay, so a lot of liquidation between now and $4 is a round number. So just keep in mind, this area is subject to potential disaster. All right, now let's take a quick look at the daily and work our way down, and just recognize that we are in an ascending trend technically. While this is not a great trend, we're below all moving averages. I don't like that at all. We are still tentatively respecting that. Now, me personally, whenever I draw out trend lines, they're usually run concurrent with the 20 or the 50-day SMA. So if we kind of align this with the 50-day SMA, we can see that it's pretty clear that the price action is below that level. We even had a bearish backtest of that trend sometime in the last 24 hours. Okay, so it's usually unfavorable. Typically, you'll see the price continue lower when that happens. All right. So just be mindful of that. All right. So again, we don't want to have this bias that the price is going to go up or down based on specific things. We're just going to look at everything and make sure we understand, best practice and big picture in situations like this. We also want to pull out some specific key level resistances from before there. I do recall 618 being one of those ranges. And when we take a look here at the SMAs, we can recognize that, this is the RSI and the money flow index. While the MFI is above the price action, it's generally favorable. The RSI is now under 50. We're seeing this a lot with most coins, specifically with some altcoins that are stronger, like I think SEY dropped down below ICP. ICP isn't strong, by the way, but just an example of some coins that have pulled below that level. The reason why that's important is that basically tells us we've broken a threshold and we're below somewhat of a resistance level now, or below a support turned resistance. Because again, when you look at trends, for the most part, the chart will move concurrent or move up when it's over 50. It'll be moving down when it's below 50. So that's just kind of the consensus there, right? That's generally bearish how I interpret it. Same thing here with the MACD diverging for the last couple of days. Obviously, we're going to see a divergence when the price action pulls back like it just did. But once more, we broke below a key level resistance, I feel, and it does look like so far we're likely to trend down. Let's take a quick peek, of course, at the 4-hour time frame and recognize all moving averages are above the price action. So hypothetically, the price runs back up to its SMAs. That's like an 8% increase. We could see this 0.382 fib level at about 560, essentially retested, just based on that being kind of the local low. If you see there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's multiple attempts to break through this level of 565. 560 is a round number, and the price just ran after it broke. Okay. Okay, obviously most coins ran yesterday too, with Bitcoin running to 65K, down from 68.8, but the truth is that's generally going to be a resistance force moving forward. So I'm actually going to draw out a trend line here just to kind of pay attention to it so we can see what that looks like later, because you can see multiple attempts to break through it and then multiple attempts to break down. So break up, break down, and now we're going to find some trouble if we come back to that level. We may very well see something like this. All right, we look at that, and then what we confirm as well, we're very low on the RSI, generally implying that we are definitely in bear town. This could also imply the price may recover a little bit before it pulls back, which is very standard when we get the money flow index and the RSI bouncing off that 30 to 20 range. I sometimes, if I'm feeling the urge to day trade, I will take longs based on that sentiment, even though everything else is bearish, because there's typically always going to be some kind of a relief rally to the local high, which we've already identified here is that rough estimate of 565. If we look at the hourly though, this makes it a little clearer in a lot of cases where we're kind of stuck in a range, right? Most coins are ranging right now, tentatively, and until we break that range to the upside at like just say 540 or higher, we have no real consideration to want to take a long. Even if it breaks above, it still may not be a good consideration for a long position, specifically being a weekend, low volume, but also just simply put, we're fairly bearish on every single time frame. We look at the Ichimoku cloud here as well. This reaffirms it's not really good conditions to take a long. Every indication here is letting us know to leave our short position open or to consider a short soon. So hypothetically, the price comes up to like 540. That might be a good consideration for a short. And then alternately as well, if the price ends up coming up to here at about 560, that would also be a secondary consideration. So to me, 540 and 560 seems like logical short considerations. And that's at this exact moment, folks. Please understand, by the time we get to 560, it may very well be a very bullish situation for Bitcoin and the rest of the market. So that's why you reevaluate. If you're going to set anything, set an alert now so you can look at it later. Don't just take a short 50x leverage trade to the downside in the blind because today it looks good, right? That's not smart. That's not what you do. You reevaluate every single time. So those are just kind of things that we're looking at here. Hopefully this was beneficial for you. I'm going to post our playout chart, of course, on Twitter, Telegram, Discord. I'll clean up the charts here. And then just make sure you do yourself a favor. Check out Bitunix, link down below. Phenomenal exchange, folks. There's a nice deposit bonus between now and the end of the month. And I would recommend just, using them if you have a no KYC or VPN requirements, or perhaps you finding those requirements with other exchanges. Look no further. These guys are awesome for our US and Canadian members. All right, appreciate you liking the video. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.